tonight we're going to talk about the jacket grab. The jacket grab is the technique in the white belt set. We're going to look at it from Nage's perspective, and then from a classical technique standpoint, and then Nage's perspective from an application standpoint, and then we'll go over ukimi behavior. So this video is going to focus on the classical technique of jacket grab. So it starts off with a jacket grab. And doesn't really matter which side he grabs, but the grab is straight. So he's not twisting it in any way. It's just a straight up and down grab. And so I'm going to do a couple of things. Again, we're in the squared off stance. I'm in my eye. So the first thing is you're going to make your thumb on top of his thumb. So they're right beside one another, pointing in the same direction. Okay? So you're like bringing your thumb and you're putting it right on top of his, or right beside his, I should say. And right into this groove right here. So it look just like this. And my thumb goes right there. Okay? Now that allows me to get a really deep grip underneath the palm here with these three fingers. My key finger is going to be extended. Now, as I'm doing that, I'm actually stepping back. So this will look like this, and then back into Hamni. Now at this point, I'm in a Hamni. I'm facing this way. I've got the grip. This elbow is down. Okay, some people leave it up like that. It's not. It's certainly not that. And the elbow is down, facing this way. Now from here, I'm in a Hamni. I'm going to go into a front stance as I rotate this over. And now, to put the lock on, I'm doing a couple of things. So I've rotated his palm all the way over. I'm going to bring this finger, imagine it going this way and back at him at the same time. As I pull directly back here, notice my elbows are down. And there's the lock. Okay? Now I'm in a front stance. You go ahead and cover. The classical technique has a notion that you can go Hamni and then into another Hamni. And that's valid. But for my students, we want to go Hamni into a front stance. And we have reasons for doing that. And I don't want to cause any controversy, but I just think that when you're in a front stance, your chest it's easier to be pointed or to mirror the chest of your uke. So here, back into Hamni, right? Thumbs mating. These three fingers at the bottom, index finger pointed. Okay, I'm facing this one in a Hamni. Now I'm going to go into a front stance, roll all of this over. Now see, my chest is perfectly straight here. I'm bringing this finger up in that way as I do this, and pulling this in. And this is where he ends up. Okay? All right, you can recover. And so at speed, well, classical technique is not about speed, but if we were going to make this a fluid motion, it would look like this. Okay? One more time. Make sure you hit your Hamni and your front stance. Hamni, front stance. Okay? A front stance, a Hamni, of course, is capital L. And a front stance is just that. So both feet should be pointed directly forward. A common mistake is for somebody to kind of wedge their foot so it's pointed sort of off at a 45-degree angle. You want them both directly forward. Think about a front kick stance that you would draw, front kick. The reason for my students that we want to do this is because if you're in a Hamni, there's a tendency for your chest to be pointed that way. And you're trying to do the lock on your chest. So when you're in this front stance, the wrist is right there, and you're basically breaking their wrists on the equivalent of a brick wall in front of them. You have all of this power behind you from the front stance. So that is why we're saying front stance. Even though you could do Hamni, we're doing Hamni and finishing front stance. So that is the jacket grab. Of course, the book and Sheehan McEwen's videos are your primary resource. This is just for my students. Okay, thanks for watching. That is the jacket grab, classical technique.